took like 3 hours, and now we are here. Thankfully, I'm here with Osebayi. She's creative, but one of the smart ones around here, especially around this area of the city. Yeah, you have your own podcast, and I really enjoy it. Talking about the Danfo experience. Yeah, we are going to put a link in the description. But for people that are following, she has a podcast called the Danfo Experience. She talks about the crazy traffic in Lagos and the experiences inside those little rusty boxes. those buses have been around for 1,000 years. I don't know how somebody thinks that should be
on the road.
Yeah, on the road. It basically looks like something that is about to explode. If you are passing by a commercial bus in Lagos, just know that you are going to have a terrible time because there's so much smoke. And also, the guys that handle these buses are guys that are probably drug addicts.
Drunk. And not just drunk by just taking like the liquid. They are high on life. They are high on the speed that they move on. They are high on the steering. So there's just a lot of drama that comes with boarding public transport in Lagos. And that's why I talk about it, because it's either entertaining, thrilling, dramatic, annoying, just bring it on.
Crazy. And I know that there are some interesting stories you get to, witness in the buses. I myself, personally, I never blew. It means I take buses very well on a regular.
It's certified.
Sometimes maybe I take a Bolt or Uber, but I don't have my own, vehicle. And yes,
I mean, even if you take like Bolt, Uber, you still have experiences because some of those drivers too, they are retired Korope drivers. So you always have like an experience with them. They could tell you that they don't want you to take snaps in their cars. They could tell you that they don't want you to shout. If you're like two, if you're with your friends, they'll tell you that you're shouting. And some of them are very welcoming. When you enter, they'll give you sweets. They'll give you gum. Do you understand? Yes, sweets.
From a bus driver?
Yes, from both drivers.
Okay,
they'll give you sweets. They'll welcome you. They'll ask you, do you want to play music? Right. Some of them will yak till the end of the trip. Some of them will not follow the road on the map. So all of these still make up like experiences that you can share on the show.
Yeah, and speaking of bus drivers and conductors, I low-key feel like they need rehab. Like, if you think about it,
rehab go reach.
The demons in their head is very strong. Don't be for you. Those guys are, I call them the demons on our road. But the funny thing is, we cannot do without them. No, so shout out to those guys. Yeah. Even though they have their bad side, they are also the ones that are basically moving people around.
Yes. Even the Agberos on the road. I mean, sometimes when I want to cross, I just have to walk up to an Agbero and maybe just tip. Oh, Chelsea. Do you understand?
Chelsea. Chelsea. You're improving the problem.
No, it's the lifestyle. So I recognize the lifestyle and
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Do you understand? So we just played like that. Yeah.
Right. So we are going to go deep down into, because this conversation we are going to go to anywhere. There's no target of a specific thing. We are going to have a fun conversation. I want to go down some rabbit holes. But before that, I want us to talk about like what's the next move in your career. I know that the podcast has been going well, and I know there's the professional life. I want you to talk about a bit of your background and then maybe like what you want to set out to in the future.
That question eats my chest because when you're growing, the way they used to say adulthood na scam.
Yeah.
See, 9 to 5 is the actual scam. Because what you will face, sometimes you will not have time for like your own like personal brand. And that's like my story. That's why like my podcast is like a bit of on a hold right now. But yeah, for me, my career, what I'm looking out for is, of course, when you start something, you want it to be big, right? So I want it to grow bigger than it is, like reach a wider audience, especially because it's like very relatable. I mean, every day, you don't even have to be on the bus to experience like a Danfo experience. Once you're in Lagos, it's basically just a Lagos experience. Because if I ask someone just coming into Lagos to share their experiences, like what's your first experience in Lagos, is usually associated with the road or with the bus that they boarded. Do you understand? So it's like I usually call it the original Ecolong Baby podcast. So
Right.
you don't necessarily have to be on the bus. Every other person, whether you're a car owner, I usually say it, even as a car owner, these bus drivers, they know they see, they will eat you. That's an experience, and they will tell you, Mo sheshe jade, that kind of thing. I just came out, I've not made any money. They will beg you, be dramatic. That's an experience as well. So it's everybody gets to like share their experience. It gets to reach everybody as long as you are living in Lagos. And even if you're not living in Lagos, you get to feel like the Lagos lifestyle, the road lifestyle, the bustle lifestyle in Lagos. So yes, I just wanted to reach like a wide audience, a wider audience at this stage.
Okay.
That's-
Personally, I'll say I actually enjoy the podcast,
Oh, thank you.
and I hope that it grows to a point where maybe you will be able to integrate into a video.
Yeah, working on that.
But
Working
can
on that
you?
behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. I know you said a little bit about the idea behind the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but I even want like a more broad answer when it comes to your career, because I know that it's not going to be only the podcast. At some point, you'll be
Mm-hmm.
starting something new, and maybe you'll be continuing something that you started off some years ago. So I want to know what inspired you to live this kind of lifestyle. I want to know the roots. What was that thing that you looked up to? Did you see like a show, someone in the show business, and you were like,
Mm-hmm.
um, when I grow up, I want to be this person? Or did you see a style that was missing in the industry and you felt like you could actually bring that into the African space, Nigerian space?
Oh, well, for me, I think it's inborn. I brought it from, I brought it from up there
Yeah.
because, like, since I was very little, very, very little, I had always wanted to. I didn't even know at the time that there was anything called maybe a talk show, be on TV, but I just knew that I wanted to talk and I wanted to talk about different things. So
Okay.
even when I was in like high school, secondary school, I usually host like talk shows on the assembly ground in
Right.
my school. Yeah. So I think every Tuesdays I would come up with topics and we'll talk about it and sometimes bring some people up on stage during the assembly. I was a member of the press club anyway, so it was
Okay.
easy for me to do that. And there were times where I would be in front of my mirror and I'll just be talking. I'll just be saying, I always had this hi guys, welcome to the show thing
Right.
going on.
Right.
Yes, and my mom would just be looking at me like, what are you sure you're okay? This girl, you're talking to the mirror and all that stuff. Yeah, so I just knew that I wanted to do that.
Right.
Then one day I boarded a bus and I heard someone's ringtone, and the ringtone was Dorime, the
Mhm.
actual club
The
Dorime.
actual song.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you order the
Yeah,
drink
for
and
people
they
that are following that don't understand, Dorime is a reference to there's a song called Dorime where they are singing basically to emphasize somebody buying an expensive kind of drink.
expensive drink.
That is what they call Dorime. The drink
Yeah,
is colored white and blue. So continue
that
what you're
drink.
saying.
Yes. So and I was like, how do you use that as a ringtone? And prior to that, I was always complaining about things I experienced on the bus because there are certain things that I don't like to do on the bus. For
Right.
example, I don't like to answer my phone on the bus.
Right.
And you see some people, they have long conversations on the bus.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I was speaking with one of my friend and I was like, look, Nigerians are just somehow. Because how do you have the Reme as your ringtone, right? And he said, you've always wanted to have a show, right? So
Yeah.
let's talk about this. I'm like, will it not fade out? I mean, but then I slept over it, and when I woke up, I thought of it like public transport will not go out of style. There will
Exactly.
always be public transport and there will always be a dynamic to it. So,
Mhm.
and if it goes out of style, I think I'm flexible enough to pick up something else.
Yeah.
So, let me just start it.
Right.
And that was how I started the
The old Johnny.
DST journey. So,
Yeah.
it's just me, the gift that I have, what I've always wanted to do. Then I found something to talk about, and I sit down, set phone, and I speak about it.
Yeah, and now that you mentioned it, I wanted to even point out that you are giving introverted extrovert style. That if you
Uh,
see your kind of crowd, you'll be open and you'll be like the biggest person talking, being jovial, happy. But like you get to a place where everybody's just like not really your kind of crowd. You're
Yeah.
just going to be the most quiet person ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I reciprocate energy.
Right.
So when I'm in a place, if it's lively, I'm lively. And sometimes I could be like the actual life of the party is boring and I'm trying to make it live because
Right.
sometimes I dey
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so I just reciprocate energy. Like everybody wants to be quiet. Let's all be quiet. I can be quiet. I can be energetic, loud,
Right.
anything you want me to be. God taking time creates me. That's why he rested after creating me.
I mean, yeah. So you also mentioned that you were in the press club in your school.
Yes, I
And then
was.
I just thought about it like I'm completely opposite of that. When I was going through school, I was like a quiet kid. But I wasn't just quiet, I was like a weird kid.
Weird.
Yeah, like
How?
so I was one of the backbenchers.
School too. We know.
Yeah, so red biros, dirty uniforms, getting flogged here
Oh
and
wow.
there. Yeah.
Okay, I like that
So
word.
they didn't really look at us like people with
Of
potential,
course.
And what inspired me, I guess, was after I got into videography. That was like after school, after uni, and
Okay.
I was like, okay, I don't want to just shoot videos. I want to also like be able to bring out my talent. I feel like so it might sound weird, but when I feel like I can do something and I have interest in it, I just get into it.
Oh,
Do you
love
understand?
it. Energy.
Energy, but like the downside of it is like sometimes I might feel horribly,
Oh.
and then I'll look at it, I'll be like, man, this is dog shit. Why did I even do this? you
I mean,
know?
I think it's normal.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. So it was just a few years ago, but so far so good. Starting with the boys back in 2023, even though it wasn't perfect. Now I look back and be like, yeah, I'm proud I started it.
Proud of you, bro.
Yeah. I like the fact that it is natural for you guys that have the thing naturally for you. It's actually a gift. It's a big gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you feel like it could also be a burden? Do you feel like
Burden.
if you don't put this talent out there, like the God-given talent that you have in you, maybe you wouldn't really describe your life as being successful,
Yeah, so
even though you might be very successful in your professional life.
see, in my professional life, I do PR, public relations and comms, and that's like very behind the scenes. You're
Right.
just the one putting out comms. They are like creating an image for maybe an organization or an individual, right?
Right. Yeah.
But you see this we should sit down and be relating like this. If I don't do it, I will not feel fulfilled.
Damn.
I will not feel fulfilled. I would let you know if I meet you for like the first time and then we get to talk, we get to vibe. Even you yourself will ask me that, are you sure you don't want to start a podcast? Because I am a working podcast. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it will surely come out. I can't hide it. I can't
Right.
put it in a box. You can't put me in that box and say, okay, you go and do oil and gas and you'll be successful. See, it's not about the money. Are you happy?
Even if it's 10 mil in a month.
I can do that on the side. That would be my side
It will
also.
still be a side of the
It will be my
you won't
side.
leave this.
No, I can't. Leave this. No. When something goes wrong,
Yeah.
if people are doing things that are not right in that industry, who is going to come out and broadcast it? Me now.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's
that's
all joy.
all join a collabo.
I say.
Do you understand? Like at this side, the world has to see it.
Shop.
The world has to see.
It's actually a rare thing. So you might think it's actually a normal option that you've chosen, but that thing is rare. Think about Nigerian youths.
Okay.
And think about how many of your mates are inside office right now, dying inside AC. But deep down, say they get talents. Some singing, some acting, some performance, some are journalism. It just ranges, there's dynamism.
Yeah.
And the fact that only a few percentage of people
Can come out.
yeah I know Nigeria is part of the issues, you know, but let's be honest, people get some people, especially those that get financial independence, those that are able to say that, okay, maybe I can diversify my portfolio.
Okay.
I notice that most times they actually don't. They actually stick to that thing that is making them money, even though they are not feeling fulfilled. As I said, it's very rare. It's a rare phenomenon.
Well, I can't blame them too, because aside like the economic factor to it, and like you want to be financially independent, there's also the societal factor. There's social conditioning. We are predisposed to the fact that you have to work, be in an office, do professional work, and
Right.
that's when you'll be successful in life.
Mm.
Even parents sometimes don't embrace the artsy side of like their children. If you are if you like to draw, you like to paint, they might want to like put you down and say, no, that does not put food on the table. How many people are buying paint these days? That kind of thing. And then you feel discouraged. Then you go and be doing accounting. Your figures will not balance, but you shall be doing it because what? It's putting food on the table. But then again, you have to find yourself as like a human being. You owe it to yourself to find yourself,
yourself.
identify yourself. What is it that I stand for? When people see me, what what do I want them to call me? Me now, when people that know me, when they see me, they either call me Danfo babe, Danfo girl, or they call me Big Danfo. And I reply, that's what me I'm known for.
Yeah.
Right. So identify what it is that you want to do.
Mm.
There are sometimes that maybe you want to do for your parents, you want to do for the society, or maybe just to feel good within yourself. While growing up, let me tell you a story. While growing up, I didn't know that I could study mass communication. So
Okay.
I was not very exposed while growing up. But I knew that I wanted to do something like this, right? So I said I was going to study law because that's like
The thing,
the thing.
especially for,
That's
for people outside the country, you might not get it, but like for
see.
students in Nigeria that go to the art class,
Once you're in
studying
art
law
class,
is like the gold mine. Everything
that
else is
is
shit.
it. Do you understand? I looked through because they gave us like career books. They put like different careers, and I was like, what are all these other ones? If I say I want to become a writer, I don't think my dad knows what a writer is. What a writer, and I
swear.
was not so like good with penning down. More good with like just speaking like
Right.
this. So I could not even say I wanted to be a writer. So it was just, let me just, my parents have suffered to pay school fees. Let me go and
Let me
study
take it
law.
out.
Yeah. So it was when I was going to register for JAM that the owner of the cafe where I registered now told me about mass comm, and then told me that, oh, there are courses under mass comm. Like it's not just journalism,
Right.
you can do this, you can do, and I was like, oh, really? Okay, that's what I want exactly, and thankfully I got it. So sometimes you just want to be like, you want to be happy within yourself to say, okay, I lived a successful life. I went to school, I studied a very like distinguished course, and
yeah.
I'm doing this. But nah, look within yourself, look for what is it that you like, and over time it might evolve, because
Right.
sometimes you like one thing. For me now, for example, it started with just being, I just wanted to be a TV girl. Till today, I've not become that TV girl. I've done radio.
Console yourself with the fact that internet is already beating
Do you
television.
understand?
So TV is not the big thing right
TV is
now.
not the big thing. So just look for whatever it is. See, and as you are doing, for people that are just like growing, if you are just growing and you are just getting into it, as you are doing whatever it is that maybe you are studying chemical engineering, if you want to be a fashion illustrator, please start it now. Be doing it on the side. Let people make jest of you. How are you a chemical engineering student and you are carrying iPad, you are drawing? Just say you like to do it for fun, right? And you will see at the end of the day, you feel more happy with yourself. You feel like you've lived a fulfilled life, because fulfillment is not just at the end of the journey, like as you go. you feel fulfilled. You do something, when you hit a milestone, sometimes you feel fulfilled. So
Yeah.
if you are not getting that fulfillment within yourself, you are living a depressed life. I'm sorry to say.
And then when people get old, they will start regretting.
Do you
I
get?
could
You
have-
now start looking back. You now be those old men and women that used to gather children together. You
Them
have
boys
plenty life advice to
Then
give.
bust your head. You don't even have to reach that stage. The older millennials are at that stage. Because I
Right.
hear a couple of them, they'll be like, especially the ones that encouraged me to pursue this
Your dreams,
field,
yeah.
right? They will be like, man, I wish I just continued.
Yeah.
But you see, that thing about salary, that salary thing,
Stable
especially
income.
they will tell you it's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and you start thinking you have time. You don't have time, oh.
You don't.
My dear, you don't have time.
Have time,
The
especially
only
if
time
your
you
job
have
is nine
time,
to nine.
the only time you have time is your leave. And that leave, you spend it sleeping off the stress that you've used all
Because if they're not even
months.
calling you at your office, even on your leave days,
My dear,
please.
crazy.
See, it is. So just, I mean, you have to live for yourself at the end of the day. You're living for yourself. You're loving yourself first. You're putting yourself first. And when you're putting yourself first, you're putting your interests first. You're putting your dreams first. You're putting what makes you happy first. And you're doing all of these things for yourself.
Right.
And then you have a beautiful life. You romanticize your life. See,
Amen.
that's my mantra these days. Romanticize your life. Anything you want to do, romanticize it so that when you are looking at yourself, you feel proud of yourself and you feel fulfilled as you grow.
Oshé, inspirator.
See, Osebayi 2025.
That's what. I was just thinking about one crazy stuff now. That imagine, and this is just hypothetical.
Okay.
Imagine NURTW hires you as their PR manager, like their PR babe. Like you're the one that is doing damage control for all those touts in the garage. Anytime something bad happens, someone like does something or there's a fight breaking out in Ujelegba Bridge, or maybe someone stole something, and then they are pointing fingers at the boys in green and white,
My boys.
your boys. And then also just comes out with a cap and a boom mic and said, "Good evening, Lagosians." What you've seen is a misunderstanding. MC,
Absolute misunderstanding.
I can't call his name.
Okay.
Mr. MC ABC, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's the nicest man. Matter of fact, he's thinking of running as a pastor,
Okay.
a spiritual tout.
Do you understand?
Can you do that job?
I can now.
You'll be perfect.
I can. See, I even have like this as you said it, an idea just popped in my head.
Go on.
You know that outreach that
Yeah.
they usually do. Outreach. When you're
Outreach.
like going on like maybe campus tour.
Mhm.
Yes. So you know in campus, and I'm talking federal and state
Federal and
universities,
state
public
unis, yeah.
universities, they
Yeah.
usually have shuttles
Right.
that take them round in the school. Yes. So we can say that we are partnering with the state government of that school, if it's a state university, or the federal government and the transport management of that state, and we are providing shuttles. We have
For universities.
yes, we are building the image of the
Yes.
NURTW.
Yes. And you're making people understand that these boys are a consequence or they are a direct result of society.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then we have them control traffic in front of schools. Because you know, in front of schools, they are always much, students are always much and all of that. And then different buses, maybe traveling buses,
Yeah.
or we have them controlling traffic. They are keeping what's that thing called? Peace and quiet. They are they are maintaining order in the society.
The irony of it, they are not going to maintain anything. Those guys, I think one big solution to that thing, and I might sound like I'm being a sadist here,
All right.
but honestly, one solution to that thing is that you remove the sale of alcohol in bus parks. I know that cannot work. Why? Because these women are making money, like they need to feed their families. The women that are selling it, you know, all those shepe, talking about the concentrated one inside
I
sachet.
understand.
And also, there are people that are consuming it that are just regular civilians. And they will be like, man, why are you taking off the booze on the streets? Like, fuck you, bro. You know? So I don't know.
We
It has
can't
to be
we can't
balanced.
remove it because it's part of it's a condiment
I
for
see you
all
are
of these
settling in
things.
well. You're already doing your job.
See, you have to have that mind to be able to take it. You see, when you take that sachet, you tear it with your teeth, and you have
Yeah.
to tear it once. Yeah, no, you cannot be fighting with it.
True.
You have to tear it once. That once that you tear it, you are taking that sip once, and you squeeze your face like this, and then you unsqueeze your face in that same second. That split of second, it takes inner strength, some form of masculinity
It takes a
to
lot
be
of
able to
motivation to
do
do
you
it.
understand, to be able to do that kind of a thing.
It's
So
sort
if you
of like
remove it,
mm,
you have removed.
the sachet is like a tomato sachet. It's very hard. Like imagine how much Nigeria don't stress you reach that you can just
You
tear
can
that
just tear
thing with your teeth.
now you are getting the gist.
Ah,
Now and you will now squeeze your face and you will unsqueeze that face in that same second.
mm.
My dear, it goes together. We need it to survive on that in that street. We can't take it away.
But just like Pete Edochie says, very very wise quote. He said that now only person we never hungry they find scissors to cut indomie sachet.
Now you get it. Bam.
Hmm.
That is it. Bam. Bam. You get see, we've done PR for us for sachet drinks
Deep,
now.
deep.
Free PR
I see.
for them.
In fact, all those drinks now, their stocks just went up.
I'm telling you.
Mm.
See,
Maybe
just
after this,
hours.
yeah, after this podcast, we can have some action with that. I'm just kidding. We are not joking.
No, please.
We can take a little bit of a break here because we've gotten to the midway point.
Okay.
So we'll come back.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we are back. Is my mic on?
We bring you back again.
Yeah, it's on.
It's the remix.
I want to go.
Osebayi.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, please.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I wanted to talk about a little bit of. So we've talked about your experience in Lagos, but I
Okay.
really don't know like how you grew up in Lagos, the place you grew up. But I know one thing about me is like I've gone around the country. I can say fairly around the country because I've traveled to Abuja from Ibadan, but it was road travel. So you see like 3 to 4
Nice.
states
Yeah.
on your way. It's a terrible experience. Trust me, your back is going to be hurting, your legs, your thighs,
Don't worry. You
everything.
come share the experience on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. And I've seen a fair bit of each state, but I always kind of avoided Lagos because I've been to Abuja, I've been to Kogi, I've been to Enugu, I've been to Jos,
Love it.
I've been to
Ajala
Abia.
traveler.
I said, I've been to Abia State, the Umaya side. It's a place called Umaya. Really
Okay.
nice states, really nice people, but they could work better on the hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah, but Lagos, I kind of avoided it because I felt like people with the Lagos, like sit in the crease.
Normal.
You understand?
Normal. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to try to defend that. But so the thing with Lagos is I was born and brought up in Lagos. I'm from Lagos State, like
Yeah.
state of origin. I know people usually say Lagos is no man's land. Make I no catch you for streets, sha. Because you explain how Lagos is
Yeah.
no man's land. But yeah, I'm from Lagos State, born and brought up in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos. Yeah, but I did not serve in Lagos, right? And for a very long time, when people like when I'm talking with someone and the person says, "Oh, when I came into Lagos," it always sounded strange to me. Because I'm always like, are we not all in Lagos? How is it that you are coming from another city or another state into Lagos? Until I now started, oh, there are people living in other places in Nigeria. Nigeria is not just Lagos, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that thing, I think even till now, I still used to like find it surprising when someone says, "Oh, when I just came to Lagos like 2 years ago." Bro, where have you been all your life? I feel like you've been missing out on a lot. Because as much as people say Lagos is crazy, there's also and bustle in Lagos. I think that I still like Lagos. I've not traveled that much, but I've been out of Lagos. Like
Whereas-
I've been to Ibadan. I served in Ibadan. I've been to Anambra State. I camped in Anambra State, but I served
Okay.
in Ibadan. I've been to Delta State. Very, very serene state. I mean, I like the area I stayed because I hear that there are some areas that are not that like very serene and tranquil like that.
Yeah.
But where I stayed in Asaba, it was very peaceful, and it made me think that Lagos is overrated because no noise and there were chill spots. There were like life was happening there. I enjoyed myself. Like I really like Todd because people I stayed with, they were Jaye people, so they
Right.
took me out. I experienced the nightlife, the day life of Asaba, and I loved it. And I kept saying Lagos is overrated. But did I go back to Lagos? Yeah. I really wanted to go back to Lagos. And it's not just that, maybe because I was born and brought up in Lagos, it's just some experiences in Lagos. So for example, we are going out. I can't travel. Okay, I remember the day I was traveling back to Lagos and I had woken up 4 a.m. ready to travel. And they were all still like fast asleep. Why are people sleeping now? We are traveling today to Lagos. Why are people sleeping? And then when I went to wake them, they're like, you will not find bus. You will not find anything.
Damn, you only find kidnappers and thieves.
This is how I sat till 6:30 before we left. And I'm like, for real? When first cock crow has crowed in Lagos and they're already shouting Obalende Eko, you
In
people
Lagos, all the cockroaches have taken up by two.
do you understand? If people are still sleeping in Delta State, how now? When is your day now supposed to begin? 5 a.m. If people are still very cozy on the bed. Ha! Me, I was all dressed up, ready to move. They said no, and truly, I was not hearing anything. Not even, when you are not even hearing like cars, you hear maybe trailers.
Yeah.
Nothing. See, I could hear the birds chirping. Like it was total silence. I was like, you people now, this cannot be real. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm used to the bus, but you can't be for real. At night, you can't say that you can't. Once it's like 12 a.m., all of you are inside. Have you been to Bariga? Like
Even Ojelegba.
we just started the day in Bariga. We just want to touch ya.
Go to
Do
Oshodi.
you understand?
Yeah.
Why are you people sleeping? Like it just felt strange to me, and I feel like that's why I always want to come back to Lagos because there's just this. It's crazy, but I love the crazy.
energy.
I love it because why is there no suya man at 12 a.m.? I'm hungry now. We are outside. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves, but I can't find any suya man. I've walked 3 streets. I can't find suya. I can't find shawarma. I can't find one OG shawarma spot. Why now?
I'm
Why
con-
now?
I'm convinced the Aboki in my estate. Aboki is just a word to describe the northern man that sells nice things in
Nice
my
things,
estate. His
yes,
name is
yes.
Abdul, and he's a great guy.
They're always great men.
Yeah, the guy that sells these things in my estate, I'm convinced he doesn't sleep because
No,
12
you can't
a.m.
sleep now.
this guy is open. 2 a.m.
Yes.
is open. By 5 a.m. he's doing his prayers. So it's
Yes.
definitely
We run on
open.
2 hours sleep in Lagos and we live fine.
It's like he's on cocaine.
Very fine. No, see, it's just once you're in Lagos, that lifestyle comes with it. You don't need to, even if you are staying in like a GRA estate,
Right.
see, you will still have that blood in you. You still have that. Do you know that it is a life skill for you to be able to jump on a moving bus? Nobody teaches you. You don't go to school to learn it. You don't need
Actually,
to learn karate to be able to do that or taekwondo. It's just normal survival skill. It comes with living in Lagos. So running on 2 hours sleep, see, you think that is adulthood that is doing you. Check yourself. If you're in Lagos, it's Lagos that is doing you. It's
Yeah.
not adulthood. So all of those things, like the whole craziness, you take bike like this, you are shouting kada kada small small, breeze is blowing, you cannot see anything, tears are coming out of yes, that thrill, all of those things makes me want to come back to Lagos. I mean, I like the places that I've been to. When I was in Ibadan, no traffic, like
Ibadan, yeah. Ibadan,
there
very
was no
quiet.
traffic. And once I come out of my house, I usually resume work by 9 a.m. Once I come out by 8:50, I'll get to work before 9.
Right.
So I'll just take bike and I'll get to work and I'll still have time to like catch my breath and all of that. Do you understand? There's no traffic. Yes.
Yeah.
But see, sometimes that traffic, I want to have it because, sometimes I remember a time when I was in school, I think I was in 100 level. I usually go from my house to school when I was in 100 level before I got like an apartment to stay close to campus. So it was during the exam period and I had like an exam that morning. And I just told myself, I had forgotten to read a particular topic. And I just told myself that I'll read it on the bus. and I did.
With all the
But
noise and everything.
see, if you want to go out in Lagos, you know that if you are going to a place that is normally a 30 minutes drive, you should leave like 1 hour 30 minutes before so that you can get there on time. You can get lucky, you will get there that 30. But you see, that day I know that there will be traffic now. There's always traffic in Lagos.
Definitely.
See, there will be traffic, and that traffic is minimum 1 hour. And that 1 hour is enough for me to read what I want to read.
In fact, if you find out that there's no traffic on a weekday in Lagos, you start
You'll be
questioning.
Do you understand?
Like
You'll
you
be
start
like,
questioning. You start wondering that is there some sort of like
how did I
environmental?
make it early? Why is there no traffic? You'll be asking yourself,
Am I getting kidnapped?
do you
All those
understand?
questions you have to
Yeah,
ask.
so
Because
at least that's lifestyle. I think I'm already used to it. So Lagos, I would always come back to Lagos. I would always come back to
Lagos
Lagos.
State, the busiest city I believe in West
Yes,
Africa.
yes. And they usually say that Lagos has like more opportunities. I've
Definitely.
not been to other places to like seek opportunities, but from like experiences that I've had, I'm convinced that Lagos truly has more opportunities. So where am I going to again?
True.
Where? Where?
When I was in Abuja, I used to feel like maybe it was the calm and the normal because I'd been to Lagos briefly before I went back to Abuja. Like I felt like I was enjoying the calm, but when I came to Lagos, I was nervous. I had a little bit of anxiety because it was my first time.
Oh,
So they were like, the guys I was staying with, they were like, better guard your phone, guard your stuff.
yes. Guard yourself. In
Because
fact,
guard yourself or
guard
they
yourself
can
too.
take you.
Yeah.
If you lose guard, they go carry you.
Clean. They will carry you clean.
So I was just having that anxiety, but then I had to question it that, bro, I've been to everywhere else. How bad can this be? Then eventually I settled in, I understood the pattern. I knew that if somebody is calling you in when you're passing on the road,
Oh,
you don't
senior
answer.
man.
You do not answer.
You squeeze face.
You squeeze face.
Kala.
I give them my strongest face.
Do you understand?
My toughest, try to act hard
Yes.
so that I don't get mugged or something and just mind my business.
Of course.
Then
Yeah.
I also understood sharpness. That one you have to know it. Like
If you know feel wise for Lagos, you know feel wise again now.
like a bus is moving, you have to know how to jump on that shit.
I'm telling you.
I believe to some degree we are good gymnastic people in Lagos.
See,
like you don't need to go and do audition for people that are going
and gymnastics
for
is on
Olympics.
a roller coaster.
Yes, especially people that can quickly move and run. You find them in Lagos. Just walk 10 yards in the street, I guarantee you.
See, you will learn.
Yeah.
Me that see with my voice and you would think that how have I survived in Lagos? And I'm a very laid back, chill person, but you will learn in Lagos.
Yeah.
You will learn. I don't like to exchange words.
Right.
So when something happens, but you see, when conductors and market women, when they show you some certain things, you will change your way.
Exactly.
You will change your way.
And everybody has that deep Lagosian in them.
You will not have it, care.
Especially when they are trying to like cheat you off your change. Maybe your change is 200 and then the man gives you 100 naira and just does like everywhere is cool.
Hasao now.
That Yoruba will come out.
Hasao now.
That swag will come out. Show you know that kind of.
Do you understand? Once you yourself, you'll not be surprised that did I just say that?
Exactly.
How did I do that?
And then you feel proud of yourself that you collected the rest of the change. Like, yeah, I showed that motherfucker.
Do you understand? But there's another place I visited that was as rough as Lagos.
Where?
And I respect them. Onitsha.
Right.
Bruh. Onitsha, you really have to be very careful. It's a very busy place. A lot of things are happening. You know Ketu?
Yeah.
You've been to Ketu before.
Of course.
That's how I can liken Onitsha. Like when I got to Onitsha, I was like, did we go back to Lagos? Because this looks like Ketu. The tall buildings that they would paint in like brands, they would advertise. See, and there's always like loudspeakers blasting. People want to do different things. People that want to dupe you. The way Oshodi was formerly before they transformed it now. Right. Oshodi is still a craze, but as it was before that, if you walk like this, you have to be looking back, you have to be guarding yourself. Yeah. That's how Onitsha is.
Damn.
Onitsha is very
That's like a lot of people, so many people, and then so
now
many
imagine that
happening.
You don't understand their language.
Oh shit. It would be like you're in Mad Max universe.
See,
and you're
as I was when I was traveling,
Yeah.
If you see the way I squeeze my face, when I wanted to board bus to Lagos, one of the conductors wanted to help me with my bag. I said, I can carry it. And they carry am. Don't help me because if you carry my bag and run, I can't run.
Yeah.
See, Onitsha, please, you need to have yourself, have whatever it is you are bowing down to. If it's Jesus, if it's Allah, if it's have it in your pocket like this, and be very, very at alert because
Yeah.
that place, that place is too busy. It's too busy.
When I
It's too
traveled to
busy.
Abia State, and this is just a crazy random experience. Abia State is chill normally.
Okay.
Umaya is the busy part of the state. It's the place where
To
it's
the
most commercial.
capital,
Yeah,
yeah.
so many things happening. Um, Around 6 a.m., me and my friend, we woke up in the apartment where I was staying. And then I was like, oh, I just want to quickly go and get something outside. I was hungry. I wanted to buy a little bit of snacks. And I told them that, look, I just want to go out. And 6 a.m. seems like a reasonable time. And then my friend just told me that, no, don't go out yet. Let me follow you. I was like,
Why?
I'm not a little kid. Why the fuck will you follow me at 6 a.m. in the
6 a.m.
morning?
Why are you
And then he
following
told me
me?
that this area where we are staying, the vigilantes are very, very aggressive. I was like, yeah, but what do you mean? I don't look like a terrorist. I don't look like a thief. I'm not holding
They know the
weapons.
right time for it now.
And then the guy told me, if they find out that you don't speak the language, they would actually treat you in a particular way. And I'm not trying to say they are tribalists there. What I'm just saying, like, what he was trying to explain to me was that they are very particular on people staying there and they don't want to see any foreigner. And if they see a foreigner, they have to see somebody that stays in that
In that
hood
place with you.
with you. If they don't see that person with you, they will take everything you have and beat the shit out of you. That
Wow.
was what my friend was telling me.
They're
And
truly aggressive.
as he told me that, I changed my tone. I said, what time are we going out?
Okay, you calm down. Abi.
Yeah, I calmed down. In fact, the hunger went away. And
You
now,
were filled up suddenly.
yes, my appetite went away. The thing I was craving
ASAP.
itself, I forgot it. When we even eventually went out, maybe around 6:30 or so, I kept on looking at. He was walking slowly. Me, I was walking fast, but I was looking at my back, like, bro, like maybe he could ditch me
Please.
because if he starts running, I'll run towards him. I'm like, this
What's going
motherfucker
on
brought him here.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
God.
Like, and I don't really blame the security forces over there because I know those are the places where a lot of things are happening in terms of kidnapping. I know they've calmed down. They already calmed down now. I know Anambra and Benin.
Yeah.
Those are the places where it's happening at right now, and I hope that there will be a solution to that. But
Yeah,
back
pray
then,
for them.
it was crazy, man. It was crazy in Abia State.
Just cray cray.
Things were hot, and that was the time I decided that, you know what, it's a good idea to travel to Abia State for an holiday because that time I never smart.
Oh, but like after that experience, how did you settle
It was
in
fun.
after?
It was fun, and I got to understand a lot of things, especially about the country. You know, there are some random places that if you travel, the two places I traveled to gave me a really good scope of how Nigeria is. Nigeria is not the glamour. Nigeria is diverse. It's not 3 tribes in the country. There's over 100 tribes, probably almost 200 tribes. Um, Nigeria is diverse local people that like to market. Nigeria is a marketing country. When I say that,
Clock that.
amen. Every nook and cradle of the country, people want to sell something.
Yeah.
And what they are selling is a localized common product, ranging from maybe pepper and tomato to like fruits. Those are the things you know that if you go out there on the streets, you will see.
You see, yeah, for sure.
And then something on the rise right now is people using wheelbarrow to sell phone accessories.
Yeah.
It's actually very popularized now, but I can tell you for a fact that in local places in Kogi villages, for instance, you wouldn't see that. But you see, yes, but you see food stuff is sold in every bit of the country. Now, that market analysis, somebody can come up with a brilliant idea to actually build the market in the country. But it takes a lot of funding to actually build that. I just got that understanding from being able to go to these two places because I didn't go there with flights. I came back from just with the plane, but when I was going there, it was a road journey, and I was praying in my mind that
Of course.
we don't encounter like people that are going to, maybe redo the car with bullets, some unfortunate
Yeah,
shit
no,
happening.
those incident thing.
Those were wild times in my life, and honestly, I look back at it now, I'd be like, man, I've risked a lot of
I
things.
mean, it's an adventure if I were to say it in my own words.
It's an adventure, and fortunately for me, I didn't see the violent or the criminal side of those places
The
I went
places
to.
you
When I went to
visited.
Jos, it was a nice, environment. I
How is
was
Jos?
able
I
to
hear
stay.
Jos is like very cold.
Really cold. I was wearing like this kind of denim. I was wearing like three of it. Trust me. In the evening,
Wow,
especially in the evening.
interesting.
In the morning is hotter. Morning and afternoon is hotter. But you see, in the evening till around maybe 4 5 a.m.
Mhm.
Yes, it's going to be very cold.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it the kind of cold that you have like smoke coming out of your mouth when you speak?
A little bit of that. A little, especially if you
Interesting.
go outside and you're talking. A little, just very little.
Me too.
One thing I know about Jos is maybe their climate over there is very close to having snow, but you still have to have like years of hailstorm, and then maybe if the climate just got cooler just a little
A
bit, you
little
can have a little bit of snow.
snow, yeah.
But that doesn't clean up the state. The state is actually having hygiene issues. I cannot stress this enough.
Really?
Yes, a lot of hygiene issues. I mean, it is not the best hygiene.
No offense to people staying in Jos.
No offense
No
to you
offense,
guys. I
please.
actually I'm saying this out of the care and love that
That
I
we
have
have
for
for
them.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I actually learned that there were a lot of things that were produced there back in the
Mm.
80s and the 90s. The states was actually more producing, like there were some things, minerals that were, processed there, but the factories couldn't really go on. They
Go
had to
on,
shut down
yeah.
due to economic pressure, stuff like that.
Mm. Don't
Yeah.
worry, we are becoming, so we'll get there.
I would recommend that the Nigerian government looks into making crack and meth in those states. It's going to make a
Crack
lot
and
of
what now?
crack and meth.
He said
It's
it.
going to boost. Let me cook. It's going to boost
Cook,
the
please.
economy of these states. Think about Breaking Bad, the series. Have you watched this?
I started it, but I've not finished it.
Yeah, there's a potential for this kind of drugs to make it into the wider markets across Europe and America, and then they will ship in billions of dollars. Please, oh, don't take my word for it. Oh.
But you are
I'm not,
cooking now.
I'm not trying to support.
Same.
I'm not trying to support the dealership and the distribution of this. This is
Your own is just the ideation.
yes. I'm just suggesting that it might probably
Without Get
probably
it.
or probably not be a good idea. I'm just
It's left for you to
suggesting,
pick or
like
leave it.
like the name of the show says, lazy Nigerian youths don't take anything serious. I use God beg you. Anyways, now we are going to dive into like you've already said your experience in Lagos and outside of Lagos. I want you
Yeah.
to talk about like things you'd like to do and where you like to go. You know, if the opportunity comes, where would you or Osebayi want to go and experience life?
The first place I'd like to go is Italy. Italy. I'd like to go to Italy. I love Italy because of their food. Anyway, and
Okay.
yeah, I just want to be able to eat a lot of food. I know that sounds like an irony, but
Yeah.
I like to eat interesting foods, not boring food, not everyday rice and stew. Yam and egg. Although I love yam and egg a lot, but I want to be able to eat interesting. Like when you see the food is appealing to you. In Yoruba, I would say it's fanimorous, or Nigerian English rather, I would say it's fanimorous. Yes, so I want to go to Italy just because of that, and to be able to take pictures, of course. And then one other place that I want to go to is Tanzania. I want to go to Tanzania, Zanzibar in Tanzania.
All right.
I love the blue seas,
Yeah,
the
Zanzibar is very
resorts.
beautiful,
I
right?
just love the place. Like I know that a lot of like people that are like my I don't want to say my age, but let me, like, my demography is either the Maldives, Santorini, places like that. But I beg me, I know you don't really go far like that. Just Italy and Zanzibar. I just want to
Yeah.
be free, a princess, be an Italian princess. Do you understand? Please.
Your ancestors will be mad at you for saying that.
Why?
Italian. They want you to be Nigerian to the core, yeah, especially Yoruba.
If we really look at my ancestors, because if you look at the history of Lagosians, how Lagos came to be,
Right.
it's like people that were sold into slave trade, then they came back into the country and they settled. So some of us have that origin, that Italian, Cameroonian origin.
A little bit of that,
yes, a little bit
outside
of
spice.
Do you understand? So it's just me going back to embrace my inner ancestral spirit.
Oh, that's
Do you understand?
Yeah,
That's why I'm very connected to them.
But if you think I'm so, you black well. You sure? Are you sure that maybe
I'm black
there's
because
a
I give the African vibe. You know, when you look at me, you are seeing like an African picture. I look Nigerian, I look Fulani, I look Ghanaian, I look Sudanese. Look every see one Africa. But then now this one Africa, I will now take it to explore the world. Do you know how many countries we have in the world? I have to explore now, just because I can. Because as an African, I have to go and show them that, look, you people, you are doing well, but there's this African culture. You know, Africa is more culturistic. So there's this African culture that you need to see. Now I'll blend it, because I'm also creative, I'll blend it with their way of life. I can't say culture, their way of life. I will now blend it. Then I will now be not just the face of Africa, but the face of the world.
Now collabo.
Bam.
Amen.
You get me?
Amen to that.
You get me? Amen. Amen. Yeah, so those are like places that I want to visit. Like once you wake me up, I'll just tell you, take me to Italy. Let me eat first. When we are done, let's go and rest in Zanzibar.
So let me wrap it up with, now you said the places you want to go. I want to wrap it up with, what is the crazy things on your bucket list that you would really love to achieve?
Wow. I'm not a bucket list person. I don't have that. I want to do this, I want to do that. Though there are some things that maybe I see and I'm like, yes, I'd like to try this, but I don't really like sit down to make a bucket list. Me, I just live my life on like vibes as it comes. That's how I just live my life. But one thing that I know that yes, I want to do, that is top, if you ask me, bucket list. I want to be very successful. And successful is the kind of successful that I own a conglomerate, but you don't know that I own it. You see me, I'm out there because, of course, I'm on your screen, but you think that this is just what I do. But you get where you dey. Do you understand? That kind of success that is not loud, but is out there. That's one thing that I want to.
Silent success, silent growth.
Yeah. So the day that you now finally find out, I just walk into the room, drop my bag on the table, and they're like, is it really Osebayi that owns all of this? To now be like a very breaking news. And make the news. Normally, I dey show for your screen, na normal thing. But I need to break breaking news.
Yes.
News reaching us right now is that the owner of this conglomerate that we have been looking for with X amount of net worth is very close to us, right under our nose. No other person than Osebayi.
Osebayi, you really cooked. It was a pleasure having you on, and maybe in the future we'll still invite you. Hopefully when we get bigger. So
no problem.
Really
No problem.
pleasure.
I'd like to be back here. I'd like to be. Thank you for having me.
This is Nigerian.